Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be ranking all curse techniques in Roblox's Sorcery. I'm gonna give a little brief explanation on how you actually get into the game. It is fairly new. Came out like yesterday, I'm pretty sure. You have to go to the description of the game page and then click on the link that brings you to another game, and you have to buy the game pass. The game pass is 800 Robux, which is $10 USD, and honestly, I would say it's worth it. I actually really like this game. It's, in my opinion, the best JJK game out. The rest are just Battlegrounds that are equally as better, but I'm not a big fan of Battlegrounds. But yeah, let's just get straight into the ranking. I will also link the game in the description if y'all can't find it because it's new. Alright, first off, we're starting with Cleave and Dismantle. I would say Cleave and Dismantle is probably an S tier. Mainly because, one, it's got like 6 abilities and they're all like really good. And they also have the ability, if they eat 2 Sukuna fingers, they can get Flame Arrow Fuga. It does a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage. So I would extremely recommend it, Cleave and Dismantle, if you get it. And yeah, move on. And also just high damage in general. Next we have Yuda, or Mimicry. I don't know why I said Yuda. Mimicry, I would also almost say S, but I would say it's extremely high A. That's just because it obviously doesn't have many abilities. Mimicry, it has 2 abilities. One, it summons Rika, and there's a chance in one of your M1s that she'll swing in and do a buffed M1 for you. So it's pretty decent. But the main thing about it is its copy ability. You can, if you do a certain amount of damage to the person you're fighting, it copies one of their curse technique skills. So this could be very helpful. It is kind of a little gamble. You don't know what you're gonna get, but once you take that move, you can literally save it. Like, it's just there until you copy another skill, then it gets replaced. So you literally just have it forever. There's also a bug going on just right now that I would like to talk about. If you had Mimicry, and for example, let's say you copied a skill from another thing, and then you rolled off Mimicry, you would still keep it. That's just a bug going on right now. I don't know if it's bannable. I've seen some people do it, but I feel like I just want to disclose that there is a bug right now. That's mainly why it's a little bit higher, because right now you can copy it and then roll it off and still have that skill, so you can have a skill from another curse technique. I'll stop yapping. Alright, next is Projection. You can't really see it, it's not a big deal. Projection is probably a B. I would say it's a B because its stun ability is really good, but the only downside with it is you have to be really close to them for it to work, and you have to be like right next to them. I only used it for a little bit because I just had it because I wanted to roll it off, and I just want to try it out a little bit. It's got 1 skill, and you basically run around them. I'm pretty sure if you move while you're doing that, like when you run around them, it freezes you instead. So that's a little downside, I guess, but that's also in the anime, so it's canon, I guess. I would just say it's pretty low because it's got 1 skill and it's a support skill. It's just a stun, and yeah, it's pretty mid. But if you're good with it, I mean, if you got a skill that could somehow like one tap, good for you, I guess. I don't know. It's just pretty mid because it's cancelable and you have to be really close. Curse Speech. I would say Curse Speech is probably the first F on here. It has 2 moves that do like little to no damage. Third one does good damage, but like it's 1 skill. It's not really anything crazy. So I put an F, and I just think it's mid. It's probably the worst curse technique in the game. This is Limitless Gojo's. So I would say it is also an S tier. Red, it can shoot them far back, and most people parry it, but yeah, it does decent damage. Blue brings them in. Infinity, it gives you like a free 2 hits, so you have higher armor for like 2 hits, I guess. Hollow Purple is the main takeaway from Limitless. It does a crazy amount of damage. And usually if I would recommend a way to use it, I would use it once like they're getting a little slower because they're low. You don't want to pop it immediately at the beginning of the fight, because if you pop it immediately at the beginning of the fight, they could probably just dash out of it. But if they're like lower they are, the slower they are, and it'd be hard for them to weave. So I'm gonna put an S. It also just has like the most annoying like skill set in the entire game. I hate Gojo users personally, but that's just a little tip if y'all are going to go Limitless. So Next is blood manipulation. Blood manipulation, holy god, is S tier. I think it's above Limitless in the fact that it's damage, and if you land piercing blood, I forgot what it's actually called in the game. They didn't name it that, but basically piercing blood. It does a insane amount of damage if you land it. It's just like a beam. If you watch the anime, and it's got other skills like supernova, like a little close range like slash thing. And I think that it is extremely good for what it is. I personally have blood manipulation and I like it a lot. It is high damaging. It has like 2 ranged moves. The only downside about it is one skill in particular, bleeding edge, I believe it's called. It costs a lot. It's like 125. And in my opinion, it is utter shit. Like, it is so bad. It doesn't do that. I mean, it does a pretty good amount of damage, but like at the cost of literally draining your entire bar of curse energy. So it is kind of mid. Next, we have Jogo. Jogo, I would say, is probably like here. It does a lot of damage, but like I've had Disaster Flames. It is like the epitome of mid. It can be good, but it really just depends on you. I personally tried it and didn't like it. Maybe I was bad with it, but I've also fought other people with it in ranked, and it just doesn't seem that good. Don't get me wrong, it does a lot of damage, but the skills are just kind of weird to land, and they're kind of easy to parry and perfect block. A lot of them are easy to perfect block. I didn't include this on the list because I forgot about it, and I don't really want to restart this entire segment. So if we had Toji, I would put him above Sukuna. I've had Heavenly Resurrection. It is OP. It has like a bunch of moves, and it has like one like move that does like half your health. It's like a grab run thing. For someone who's had it, it is extremely OP. And if you do find a True War Resurrect or whatever it's called, True War Remnant, I do heavily recommend you use it. It does wipe you, but at the cost of giving you Heavenly Resurrection. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe because that really helps me out. And if you're cool, you do it. Alright, see you.